Good morning everyone, today we're checking out a video that was recommended to us where an Aussie tries to explain a Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone, the Harry Potter movie. So let's hop in and see what this Aussie has to say.
G'day, Jesus Christ! I watched a sick movie last night. Oh my god, what was it called? It was called Hazza Potto and the Philosophy Sorcerer. Can't remember, but it was really good. That's a long title. So the movie starts out when this old codger Dumbledore sells this kid to the Dursleys to pay off his old gambling debts. He sells him? Are you sure? Yeah, and McGonagall pleads with him not to. She's like, Albus, you can't leave him with these people. They're a pack of c***s. But old Albus doesn't give a flying fudge, so he drop kicks the baby onto the doorstep. He kicks the baby. Yeah, it's like 40 meters. The dude's a crazy good kick. He should play footy. What happened next? So anyways, my mouth's getting a bit dry. Do you mind if I crack one? I mean, it's 10 in the morning. Thanks.
And there it goes.
Finished? Delicious. Anyways,
no
the Dursleys, they're even worse than Dumbledore, right? The dad, he looks like he earns money eating hot dogs in one of those competitions, and the mum just kind of walks around looking like she smells farts all the time. Anyways, they treat this kid worse than the CCP treats the Uyghurs. So you
know what? Weirdly enough, my brother absolutely loved the Harry Potter series back when it was first coming out. Anytime a new one was out, he began our dad to get the movie and watch it as soon as possible. It was their thing, and they just absolutely loved it.
Lock him in this.
Me, I was never really big on Harry Potter.
Basement, and they just make you wash their underwear, which has skid marks like all over it. Wait, they actually show skid marks in the movie. No, mate, you can't show skid marks in a movie. That'll give you an R rating. I did not know that. Anyway, they go to the zoo because their kid Dudley, who's super on the specco, he's a bit sick, and the doctors won't see him anymore, so they have to take him to one of those zoo vets. On the specco? What does that mean? You know, he's on the deep end of the spectrum. He's a specco. That's a bit distasteful. So's your mum's vagina. Good one. Anyways, Hazard's dropped some acid or something on the way because he starts talking to fucking snakes. But suddenly the glass disappears and that specco kid Dudley, he falls into the snake pit. An old man hot dog, he knows Harry's done some weird wizard shit, so he locks him under the stairs for 40 years. 40 years. Yeah, get this, owls start showing up and they bring Hazard 40 million letters. But Dursley, he's pissed, right, because owls are shitting all over his letterbox and I think one of them eats his cat. Owls can't eat cats. Yeah, they can. Check out this YouTube video. Holy crap. Have you seen the one of the spider eating the bird? No, show me.
Oh, don't watch that. You get distracted.
So Dursley, he gets so pissed off about these letters that he takes the whole family to this faraway island in the middle of the ocean. That seems like overkill, right? But it doesn't work because this giant dude with a beard rocks up. Hagrid. Yeah, that's him. And he's like, oh, Harry, you're a wizard, you little c***. He doesn't say c***. No, he does. He says it 40 times, and the Dursleys, they totally freak out. So Hagrid, he's swearing his head off, and then he just takes Harry away in the middle of the night. Well, that doesn't sound very safe. What if he was a pedo? Yeah, I mean, he probably is. The cake is a bit of a dead giveaway. So anyways, he takes him to this pub. Isn't he 11? Yeah, it's a bit of a pedo move, that's for sure. All the people in this pub are freaking out. They're all wanting to get photos with him for Instagram, except for this one guy who's still on MySpace. Oh yeah, and there's this white guy who's in a turban for some reason.
Not that you need it, eh, Potter?
That's offensive for so many reasons. So Hagrid, he takes Hazard shopping, right? And Hazard, he goes, Hagrid, I don't have any money, you stupid
Why are you saying Hazard?
Goes, oh, Harry, don't worry about that. Your parents were oil tycoons, which means you're a trillionaire. Were his parents Saudi Arabian? Yeah, maybe. I think so. Anyways, Hagrid takes him to this bank where there's all these greedy creatures with big noses who are really good with money. While they're there, Hagrid picks up a dime bag from a secret vault. He scores drugs right in front of him. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. So next, Hazard gets his wand from this old guy at a shop who looks like he should be dead already. And then he goes, oh, these wands are all fucking cooked. Let me get you a better one. Then he gets him this really special wand. Turns out this special wand he gives him has a feather in it that apparently the bird only gave one other feather to this other wand.
Oh, the Phoenix feather
rod. That's the same bloody wand that gave him his scar. How does he remember what went into a wand from 40 years ago? Well, they couldn't really be asked explaining that part, to be honest. Well, that's great writing. So who killed his parents? Dunno. Everyone just refers to the bloke as he who shall not be named. I mean, technically that's still a name, but go on. Hagrid comes back and he gives Hazard his own own bloody owl now.
Ah,
and then he
this
takes
is your
him to
owl.
another pub where he... Seriously, another pub? Yeah. And then he tells him how he got his scar, right? Apparently, when he was a baby, this evil wizard with leukemia tried to kill him after killing his parents.
Leukemia?
How did a baby stop him if two full-grown wizards couldn't? Even as a kid, right, Hazza was like super good at jiu-jitsu, so he totally messes him up and he kicks his dick.
That was an AI image, but come on.
Right off. And then he legs it and no one's ever seen him since. Maybe he's still searching for his dick? Yeah, good point. I reckon you're probably right. Anyways, he takes Hazza to the train station so that he can go to this magical school called Hogwarts, right? Why doesn't he take him himself? Fuck off, I'm telling the story. Settle down. Anyway, Hagrid vanishes like Batman and Hazza thinks he's on Ashton Kutcher's show Punk'd. That's an obscure reference. Because he looks at the ticket and it says 9 3/4, right? And when he asks the conductor for help, the dude just gives him total attitude for some reason.
Think you're being funny, do you?
Eventually, some ginger family tells him that you're supposed to get onto the train by going through an invisible door between platforms 9 and 10. How the hell was he supposed to figure that one out? No idea. Anyways, on the train he meets Ron and Hermione. Ron's a bit of a shit kicker and no one really likes him. Hermione's a bit of a know-it-all, and then she tells Ron that he's got shit on his nose.
You've got on your nose, by the way.
Then, after a super long train ride, they finally get to Hogwarts and Hagrid is there waiting for him. So he got there first. He could have easily taken him there. Yeah, apparently. For the first years, right, they have to take these rickety boats across a dangerous lake that has a monster in it, all just to get to school. Seems like a bit of a dangerous move. What if one of the kids drowns on the way there? I guess it's like a Darwinianism type thing where they want to kill off any shit kickers before they get to school. Makes
Only
sense?
the strong
Finally,
can
they get
survive.
to school. No shit. 40 minutes into the movie. Anyways, they're walking up the steps and Hazza meets this blonde cunt called Malfoy. And he's like, my family is rich and I have a huge penis.
Oh,
Let's
it's
be friends.
him.
Oh, crap.
Draco.
What's Potter do? Hazza doesn't have any of it, right? He goes, you look like an elf that just escaped Santa's workshop, so jog on, you little Nice. Then they have this huge feast where Dumbledore, you know the guy that kicked the baby at the start of the film? No, he didn't. He did. So Dumbledore says to everyone, stay out of the 3rd floor corridor, you little wankers. Well, why can't they go there? I think that's where he keeps his porno stash. Why doesn't he just stream it like a normal person? Because he's an old man and he doesn't like technology, which is why he bans it from all of Hogwarts. Makes sense to me. So then, good old Dumbo, he pulls
Actually, was it ever explained why modern technology just doesn't walk over though?
out this talking hat, right? Okay, so Harry is definitely on acid. Yeah, see, I thought that too, but no. The hat says to Harry, you'd be good in Slytherin, you little bastard. Isn't that the same house that has all the serial killers in it? I think Ted Bundy was in Slytherin. Anyway, so Hazza, he goes to the hat. Fuck off, you stupid hat. I'm in Gryffindor. Then he kicks the hat right in the nuts. How does a hat have a nutsack? I don't know. So Dumbledore, he like raises his goblet to Harry to like toast him, which is weird because he doesn't do it to any of the other kids. And then this guy with greasy hair and a big nose, he looks at Harry and he looks pissed.
Snape.
Oh, why is he pissed? I think you find out in a later movie that his dad cock-blocked him years ago because he wanted to bang Hazza's mum. Really?
Of course.
Yeah, or maybe he wanted to fuck his dad. I can't really remember. Anyways, Dumbledore makes food appear for everyone and they all start eating. How does he do that? Magic. Turns out wizards could have cured world hunger years ago, but they don't for some reason. What a bunch of assholes.
I don't know.
Anyways, after eating all that food, Ron shits himself. Then they get led to their dorms, right? But instead of using magic or an elevator or anything like that, they use these really dangerous levitating stairs. Oh, and these creepy portraits watch them all the way there. Sounds terrifying. So Hazza, he's so geared up about his first day that he doesn't sleep. So he just stays up all night by an open window stroking his owl. Jesus, aren't there other kids in the dorm? No, not his owl. His bloody pet owl, mate.
Yeah,
I just couldn't help but think it seems
to be
unsafe that there's an open window 40 stories in the air, but I guess it's already proven that the school doesn't give a fuck about safety. So Hazza and Ron, they're late for their first class, yeah, but they think they're safe because McGonagall's not there yet. Lucky. But it turns out she's just been gaslighting every kid in the class because she turns from a cat into a human being. Unlucky. Yeah, but it gets even worse, right? The next class is with that big-nosed wanker from earlier on, and he grills Hazza for taking notes in class. Isn't that a good thing? Yeah, but like I said, he still has blue balls from when he was a teenager because he wanted to bang Hazza's mum. Ah, right.
30-year-old blue balls or something like that.
Right. Anyways, he's like, Mr. Potter, you're a little and I hate you. That's a bit mean. And after that, they're sitting in the Great Hall and a fuck ton of owls come in and start delivering everyone's mail. Isn't that the same place they all eat? What if the birds shit everywhere? We've been through this. If they're not strong enough to survive bird flu, Dumbledore doesn't want them there. Right, that's fair. Of course. And then next they have their first broom flying lesson. Sounds dangerous. Do they wear helmets? Nah, mate, of course not. So get this. The teacher leaves class, you know, to go have a smoko, and that little Malfoy, he steals Neville's Remembrall. He does not. I hope someone teaches him a a lesson. Bloody Hazza steps up, doesn't he? And he says, no you don't, you inbred wanker. And then he flies after him on his broom. But McGonagall catches him. Who? She's the teacher that likes to gaslight kids by pretending she's a cat. Right, she's fun. Yeah, she is. And get this, you think she's totally gonna bust Hazza's ass, but she doesn't. She only makes him bloody Seeker, right? What's that? I had no idea, but apparently it's good. And you're not gonna believe this. Hazza's father, he was only bloody Seeker too, wasn't he? You're right.
James Potter.
I still don't know what a Seeker is though. Neither do I. So now it's nighttime or...
Huh, you know, maybe I should actually go back and rewatch these movies.
All of a sudden, and Hazza, Rono, and Hermo all wander into the third floor corridor by accident. Oh, they weren't supposed to go there, were they? That's right. And there's this huge dog there with 3 fucking heads.
Cerberus.
Yeah, and get this, it's using all 3 heads to tongue stroke its little red rocket. Right. So
Oh,
then it gets
yo.
embarrassed because the 3 kids are watching him, you know, and he chases them all away. So what's the dog guarding? Well, that's revealed a little bit later, but it turns out it's not just Dumbledore's porno stash. Really. Anyways, it's daytime now, and Wood is teaching Hazza how to be a Seeker. Wood? He's a student whose parents named him after a boner, but he's also the head of the Quidditch team. I'm so confused. Well, it turns out that being a Seeker is just chasing a little flying ball around. So to be a Seeker is to be good with wood and balls? I think so. I'm still not sure. Okay, next, they have Charms class, and Ron is making a total dog's breakfast of the charm, and Hermione's like, it's Leviosa, you wanker. She sounds...
Oh yes, Leviosa.
Bit annoying, huh? Yeah, I think maybe she's on her rags. But anyways, Ron is having a massive whinge to H-Dog after class about it, and Hermione overhears, so she runs off crying. Oh, well now I kind of feel for her. Yeah, well it only gets worse. Neville tells Ron and Hazza at dinner that Hermione locked herself in the girls' bathroom and she's been crying in there all day. Why doesn't she just go cry in her room or somewhere else that doesn't smell like piss? Not sure, but get this, Quirrell, the guy with the racially inappropriate turban, he bursts in and he's like, troll in the dungeon! And all the kids shit a brick. I feel like he could have whispered that to the teachers quietly and not caused a panic. And during all the screaming, that guy with the big nose, he sneaks off. That's suspicious. I think he was taking the chance to go whack off in his office while no one was looking. They actually suggest that in the film. Yeah, it's heavily implied. You see him carrying lotion and some tissues. So Hazza and Ron, they realise they've totally fucked up because Hermione, she's still crying in the girls' dunnies, right? And that's only where the bloody troll is, so they run off to help her. 3 kids fighting a troll. They're gonna get minced. Yeah, but Ron only comes in clutch, doesn't he? And he uses that spell, Wingardium Leviosa! And he shoves the troll's club up his own ass. Ouch. Yeah, but he goes a bit overboard with it, right? There's a 20-minute pegging scene till the other 2 kids ask him to stop.
Yeah, that's
so
too much.
Big Nose and McGonagall, they find him, and you think they're going to get like 20 years detention. But then Hermione, who never tells a lie, she tells like this massive stinking fib. What does she say? She tells them that Hazza and Ron came down to the dunnies to stop Hermione smoking bongs in the school dunnies. McGonagall's a bit unsure, and so is Big Nose, but Quirrell, he's a massive chuff head, so he believes them. So they get away with it scot-free. Lucky. Yeah, but then McGonagall still takes 5 points from Gryffindor. Unlucky.
5 points from
Gryffindor. She
Gryffindor.
awards 5 points to both Ron and Hazza for doing the right thing. And the next day, they're all having a good old chinwag over breakfast, and Hazza goes, did you notice that Snape was bloody limping? And Hermione's like, oh no! And Hazza, he thinks that Snape is trying to steal the drugs that Hagrid stole from the vault at the start of the movie, but he got his leg bitten and that's why he's limping. Ah, so Snape is pulling off some sort of drug heist and the kids have to stop him. Yeah, pretty much.
Remember that.
These movies have everything, don't they? Then Hazza's owl flies in and shits out a whole fucking broom. And Ron's like, oh! Like everyone else is super jealous. Who bought him the broom? McGonagall. What a mad dog, right? Isn't Harry loaded?
Okay, that's
he's got
awesome.
heaps of money. Seems a bit unfair that she gave a broom to a kid who already has a shit ton of money and all the other poorer students got nothing. Yeah, you're right, that is a bit messed up. So anyways, Hazza has his first big Quidditch match, right? Do they explain the sport any better? Not really, but anyways, it's super sick, right? And they're all flying around on their brooms.
Even I don't
and
get
Hazza
it.
starts acting like a bloody drug addict and he's swerving around all over the place. So someone cursed him. Yeah, mate. And Hermo, she sees Snape in her binoculars, you know, mouthing some spell. Wait, they make the kids watch the game through binoculars. Yeah, so what? Even muggles have big screen TVs at the footy. Yeah, mate, the game is cooked. You don't need to tell me that. So anyways, Hermo, she sneaks up behind Snape and lights his bloody cloak on fire. Then Snape sees and he shits himself because he's so scared, and all the other teachers, they run away because of the smell. Does it stop the curse? Of course it bloody does. Snape had fish tacos for lunch, so all the teachers are vomiting for hours. But then Hazza catches the golden snitch, and he only wins the whole bloody game, doesn't he? He wins his first game of Quidditch ever. Haven't some of the other kids been playing for years? There must be shit
I
out.
don't
I think
understand
maybe some of the
it,
other
okay?
players are special needs kids. That's dark. You won't believe what happens next though, right? Ronnie, Hazza and Hermo are all talking to old man Hagrid, and he's like, Snape wouldn't bloody curse you, you little c***. And he tells them that the big three-headed dog is actually his, and he was the one that taught him how to use all three heads to lick his own schlong. Why the hell would he do that? It's a bit murky, to be honest with you. But then, get this, he says he won the dog from some geezer at a pub, and that the dog is actually there guarding something for Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel. And who's that? Yeah, no idea, but it's only mentioned now that it's actually convenient to the plot. So anyways, the kids go out looking for him. It's lucky Hagrid told them all that vital information, hey? Well, you shouldn't have expositioned that.
Hagrid,
so anyways, it's Christmas now, and Hazza and Ron are there. How the hell is it Christmas? I feel like he's only been there a week. Yeah, look, time is all over the place in this film, but Hazza, he gets another secret.
Like, this is a whole lot of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey nonsense.
Present, right? This bloody kid, no wonder Ron gets pissed with him. What has he got now? An invisibility cloak. Fuck off. Really? Who's giving a 12-year-old kid one of those? We don't really
Dumbledore.
know. Hazza, he uses it to search the restricted section at the school library for Nicholas Flamel. That's smart. Yeah, but he almost gets caught by this old guy called Filch, who likes to stay up late bumming his cat. Gross.
Yes.
Anyways, when he's running away, he sees Snape giving racist Quirrell the shakedown. For being a racist? Nah, see, that's the thing. He's trying to recruit him back on his side or something like that. That's suspicious. Very suspicious.
Well,
so anyway, Snape almost catches Hazza. So he runs off and he hides in this room where there's this big fucking mirror. A mirror.
Oh,
so
morning,
that's what I thought. I thought maybe
right?
it was one of those mirrors that you use to get changed in front of, you know, at Target. But apparently it's a magic mirror, and Hazza sees his dead parents in there. Holy shit. No, mate, they aren't skeletons. Oh. But his mum, she's like creepily rubbing his shoulder. That is creepy. I feel like it would have been worse if it was the dad, you know? Same here. So Hazza, he legs it and he goes and fetches Ronno, who's having a crank in bed, and he comes and looks in the mirror, and he doesn't see Hazza's parents. It's not skeletons, is it? No, don't worry, he doesn't see skeletons either. Oh, thank God. What does he see then? Ron sees himself as captain of the Quidditch team. What's this mirror's deal? Is it smoking crack? Nah, it's not.
Oh, wait, I think I remember now. The mirror shows you what you want most at that moment or something? I don't know. I don't remember.
One night, Dumbledore catches Hazza looking into the mirror, right? Then is he smoking crack? Yeah, I reckon he might be, because he says to Hazza that the mirror actually shows people their desires. What does Dumbledore see? A big, sweaty man sausage. Ah, right. So Dumbledore's gay. Anyway, so Hermo looks into the book that Hazza stole from the restricted section in the school library, and she only finds the bloody name Nicholas Flamel, doesn't she? What? Turns out he's a 650-year-old geezer who owns the Philosopher's Stone. Ah, that's the name of the movie, isn't it? That's right. And Hermione, she thinks that other than tons of drugs, the three-headed dog is actually there to guard the Philosopher's Stone. Things are getting very interesting. So then they go to visit Hagrid at his hut again after hours. That's a bit sus. Very sus indeed. Anyways, he says that Snape is actually one of the teachers guarding the Philosopher's Stone, and that Dumbledore promised him like a mountain of coke if he did it right.
That's a lot of coke.
So Snape is a good guy. Yeah, apparently, but he's still a bit of a cunt. Anyways, Hagrid shows him this dragon egg, and it only bloody hatches in front of him, doesn't it? Well, that's convenient. So all the kids are bloody losing their heads over this dragon, and he tells them that he won it off some creepy dude at a bar. He really hangs out at a lot of shady bars, doesn't he?
And apparently does a hell of a lot of gambling.
How the hell's he still working at this school? No idea, but get this, they look at the window, and Malfoy, he's watching him, and he legs it. Uh-oh. Wait, who cares? Yeah, well, dragons are illegal, aren't they? They are. Yeah, because the movie says they are. Makes sense. So Malfoy, he goes and snitches straight to McGonagall. Oh, well, they'll be fine. She brought Harry a broom after all. Nah, she stings him with a 50 house point fine and says they got to go work in the Forbidden Forest after hours. You mean the dangerous forest with all the monsters that the kids could easily get lost in and killed? Yeah, that's the one. That's a little bit irresponsible. And Malfoy, he's laughing because he's got him in trouble, but then she stings him too because he's also out of his bed after hours. Unlucky. So next that fella who likes to bum his cat, he leads him into the woods and he hands him over to Hagrid, who's having a whinge because Dumbledore took his dragon away. I mean, that's fair enough, right? That thing's just going to munch away on students as soon as it gets older. Right? So they split into two groups. Ronnie and Hermo go with Hagrid, and Hazza, he gets saddled with Malfoy and Hagrid's dog Fang. I thought Hagrid's dog was guarding the Philosopher's Stone. No, mate. This is his other smaller dog. It's also only got one head. Makes sense to me.
It's a regular dog.
Hazza and Malfoy, they come across this total sex pest in the Magic Forest. He's munching away on a dead unicorn, drinking the blood straight from its neck. This is a kid's film, yeah? Yeah, and then Hazza, he's saved by a bloody centaur.
I'm also not sure if you can call this a kid's movie on some scenes like this.
Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense. He comes from nowhere. He tells Hazza that unicorn blood can keep you alive, even if you're almost dead, and that the guy drinking the blood, he's only bloody Voldemort, isn't he? Ah, the evil wizard with leukemia who killed his parents. Yeah, that's the one. Anyways, Hermione, Ronno and Hagrid, they all come back, and the centaur just goes, yeah, peace out, mate, and just fucking leaves. Does he
just
come
gone.
back? No. Pointless character. I think JK was actually running out of time when she was writing the book, so she was just like, fuck it, the centaur saves him. Yeah, exactly. No one's mentioned him up until this point.
Yeah,
it's a little bit lazy, isn't it? So anyways, the core trio, they're shooting the shit, and Hazza, he still thinks Snape's bad, and that he wants the Philosopher's Stone and the drugs. But he's also worried that old mate Voldemort, who has leukemia, is going to come and kill him also. Doesn't he still know jujitsu though? No, it turns out he gave it up when he was like 1 year old, and now in a fight, he's about as useless as a condom with air holes. Damn. So now it's the end of the year, and they're... Wait, how is a whole year gone? No, they start school in the middle of the year for some reason. Still only feels like he got there 5 minutes ago. Yeah, Hogwarts is fucked. So anyway, Hazza, he's having this...
they definitely need... Okay, if these movies are ever released, and I don't mean remade, like what they're doing right now, if these original movies were ever to be re-released, they need to add, like, time transition scenes or just some kind of nose that lets us know how long it's been between each thing. Because time does not make sense!
Burning sensation, right? And he starts having a whinge. You have chlamydia? No. On the scar on his head, mate. Right. Head chlamydia. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, Hazza finally puts two and two together, right? He thinks that the guy from the bar who sold Hagrid the dragon egg, he must also be the same bloke from the woods who was eating the dead unicorn. And how does he figure that out? It's a bit unclear. Anyways, Hagrid's fucked up, right? Because he got so sloshed playing beer pong with the guy at the pub that he's told him how to get past the three-headed dog. And how do you get past the three-headed dog? He says you got to put peanut butter on the dog's balls. That'll distract him.
Oh,
so the kids leg it and they go and tell McGonagall, and she's like, how the fuck did you know about the Philosopher's Stone? And then she says, piss off and go back to class. So she doesn't believe them. Nah, mate, because apparently the only 3 people at this school who can solve a mystery are 3 kids who don't even have their pubes yet. Yep. Makes sense to me. Then Snape, he starts acting really suspicious. That's suspicious. And then Hazza goes, we're going to sneak out tonight and we're going to stop that big-nosed twat ourselves. So there aren't like any wizard police they could call or anything like that? Yeah, there is. They're called the Auras, but they don't get introduced till a later movie. I see.
Oh,
so get this, when they're trying to sneak out, that kid Neville, remember the kid who almost lost his Remembrall? He tries to stop him, and he's like, I don't want to lose any more points from Gryffindor. And he fucking loses it, right? And he says he'll punch Hermione right in the tit. That's so specific. So Hermione, she freezes him, and he drops right to the floor and probably cracks open his skull. And then they sneak off to the 3-headed dog. But get this, it's already got peanut butter on its balls. So Snape has beat him there. Yeah, that's what Hazza reckons too. So anyways, they jump down this trapdoor, and there's these big slimy tentacles that wrap around you when you jump on them. Sounds like this is turning into some sort of hentai film. Hermione seems to know a lot about these tentacles, so she says the only way to get rid of them is to relax. But Ron, he loses his shit and he starts panicking, so Ron gets pegged now. That's karma for you. Next they've got to catch a key on a flying broom. Why? It's not clear. It seems like a pointless fetch quest. But anyway, Harry does it because he's really good at Quidditch now. I still don't understand that game. Me either.
No one does.
So then they have to play a game of giant chess. And why is that? It's unclear. Anyways, I think the chess pieces are on fentanyl because they keep trying to stab him. And Ron, he gets shanked by the Queen, so Hermione has to stay back and take care of him, which means Hazza has to go and take on Snape all by himself. Boss battle. But get this, it wasn't bloody Snape after all, was it? It wasn't. Nah, mate, it's that guy Quirrell who was in the turban from the start. Oh, plot twist. Actually, not really. He did act sus in every scene he was in. Right? Kind of but guess what? It wasn't just a racially inappropriate turban after all. He turns around and Voldemort's only on the back of his bloody head, isn't he? How? Somehow, after Hazza kicked his dick off, Voldemort didn't die. He just kind of floated around until one day he attached to the back of Quirrell's head. That makes sense. Yeah, no, it doesn't. So Quirrell, he tells Hazza that he was the one who was actually trying to curse him at the Quidditch game. And he's been faking the stutter the whole movie.
Who would suspect
Poor, stuttering Professor Quirrell.
That is offensive for so many reasons. And the only reason he
okay,
failed to kill him at the Quidditch match was because Snape shat himself after Hermione set him on fire, and then Quirrell had to go vomit in the toilet because it smelt like fish tacos. That's convenient, so Snape isn't bad after all. It's not clear. Anyways, Quirrell has that mirror from earlier in the movie, and he says to Hazza, "You gotta look into it, mate." And when Harry does, he doesn't see his dead parents anymore. He sees a reflection of himself who's holding the Philosopher's Stone, and then his reflection puts the Philosopher's Stone in his pocket. None of that made sense to me at all. Yeah, again, I think JK was just running out of time, and she just started spitballing, and then she came up with that, which was pretty shit. Yep, that's fair. So Quirrell wants the stone now, right? And Hazza tells him to jog on and go sit on a fat one, but Quirrell just flips out, right? And he tries to jump on Hazza, and you won't believe this, he can't touch his bloody skin. He can't. So Hazza, he goes full ghetto mode and just grabs Quirrell by the face and just incinerates him. So Harry just straight up murders him. Yep, straight up murders him. He probably didn't even need to either. Could have just burned off his hands. So anyways, Voldemort turns into a cloud and flies through Harry's chest. Do I even need to ask why? That. You better believe that's never explained. Hazza passes out and he wakes up in the hospital wing, and you're not gonna believe who's there. Dumbledore. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, he tells Hazza that him and his mate Nicholas Flamel have actually decided to destroy the stone. Doesn't that mean Nicholas Flamel will die? Yeah, if I'm honest, I think it was more Dumbledore's plan. I don't think Nicholas Flamel would have been cool with that.
Oh,
so
probably not at all.
Dumbledore tells Hazza that he was the one who actually hid the stone in the mirror, and that only a person who wanted to find the stone and didn't want to use it was the one who could actually find it. What? Dumbledore's a bit of a chuff head. The plan doesn't...
So the only one that could find the stone was the one that wanted to find the stone and not use it.
Doesn't really make any sense. But next, he tells Hazza that the only reason Quirrell couldn't kill him was because his mum put love in his skin. She put love in his skin? What the fuck? Yeah, no idea what that's about. Anyways, before Dumbledore goes, he eats one of those every flavoured beans, but he gets a 2-day-old jizz flavour, and then he vomits everywhere. Yuck. But that's pretty much it. Gryffindor wins the House Cup, and then... I don't know. Dumbledore just gives them 1,000,000 points out of nowhere. It really does seem like all the other kids at this school are just NPCs, right? Bit unfair for all the Slytherin kids that worked really hard, but whatever. Hazza goes back to the Dursleys, and that's it. The end. I feel like Harry could have just stayed at the castle. Why does he have to go back to the Dursleys? Yeah, true. I mean, he does have a reason, but they don't really explain it for another 5 movies, and even then, doesn't really make any sense.
I don't understand
the
movies.
Really. It seems lazy, but go on. No, mate, that's it. What did you think? I mean, I liked it, but you watched it with me last night, so you really didn't need to tell me any of that at all. Oh, that's right. Fuck, sorry. I've got to stop drinking. Good idea.
Okay, I don't know what the hell to say. I don't know what is recommended to me other than having to deal with all of this. So anyway, that's going to be the end. I hope you enjoyed. Link will be down below. I'll see all of you next time. Peace out.